There's nothing that is not possible. Then again, if you know that you are qualified, and that's no, and every time I teach you on keeping records, having your records, you must always keep what? Record. It's very important. You have a file in your phone, keep your information, your clients, those your prospects, those you want to follow up on, those you have what you have sold, what you have brought in, in the record in the year, and that can help you to present a case to the management. For someone like me, I just need to call the accountant. Please send me the list of those who have qualified. And that's all. That's all what I need to work with. Somebody went to meet the MD and said, I should be part of those who will be traveling. I said, okay. Then we called and said, okay, tell the client, the marketer to come into the office with his what? Record, information. Then, accountants, let's have a meeting. At the end of the year, when we checked, we only saw about 15 million naira. No, this is not the agreement. There was an agreement from the beginning, just like Wike would say, agreement is what? Agreement. So we don't need to worry ourselves unnecessarily. It's very important to work with the record. Where is Mr. Yemi? But you can still get something between now and the end of the year. Agri is the only country in Nigeria that have done something wonderful as regards traveling. Going to Europe. It's not easy. Yes. I think we visited 5 states in Turkey. 5 states. And we experienced different transportation systems. We made use of the fast train, the tram network, the train system, the ferry services, the boat, the bus, so many. In the air, flew through Qatar, and we had a great time. So this is exactly what you also would like to enjoy next, and that's why you must keep working. Keep working and keep doing your best so that you can get there. Yes, this morning, this afternoon, I'll be giving 7 C's of criteria of credibility. We have our people from ACPE here. Though I know they know about this already. The C is a check before giving you loans. But you can also learn from it. This is one of my favorites in my class in Harvard. I said I would like to discuss and encourage you, and you also can learn from this. You can learn from this. 7 C's of criteria of credibility. Unfortunately, most Nigerians are not credibility. They're not credible. 80% of Nigerians. You can't keep money with an average Nigerian and come back and see your money back. So crazy. Let's go. It says how to prepare yourself to be a good credit risk. Because lenders are making good credit decisions. Parents are what? Lenders are what? Making good. This class, I want it to be interactive. So let your mind be here. Lenders are updating their records. ACPE will surely be updating their records. It is not what they did last year that they will be doing this year. For example, when we traveled, last year, they gave 33 of our people visas to Turkey. First timers, somebody that has not even traveled before, like I'm giving visas. But this year, they said no to first timers. They only gave those who have traveled before. You must have one traveling experience. In fact, when we got to the country, we discovered that they have changed all their policies. Nigerians that were living in that country before without documents were all deported. And those that were given documents, maybe you have your KIMLIC, which is your pass, your identification number. You going back to renew that document, you must be able to prove the reason you're staying in that country. You must be able to prove that yes, you have a good job. You must be able to prove that you have a property. It's not just you selling something by the roadside. In fact, the woman that used to sell food, she had to close her shop. In fact, she was operating from home. Because she couldn't get her. So, because in the last 1-2 years, the issue of the inflation, COVID actually started it. And the world is experiencing economic downturn. And it's everywhere. Not only in Nigeria. There was a property that we were talking about last year, this time last year for 65,000 USD. When we got there, we met it for 130,000 this year. Live. We met somebody, a Palestinian, also is an American, and also an American. He said the best thing is to keep your money in dollars. He was advising us that because everything on daily basis, things are just changing. So as you are going up in setting up a business or seeking for loans, you must be updating yourself. It is not the same information you used last year that you'll be using this year. This year, 10 of our men were denied visa. Yes. 10 were denied visa. Because they never had any traveling experience. So they saw them as what? A risk to entry in the country. Because they might decide to either abscond or to become a problem in the country. Now let's go. New laws are coming out every time, most importantly with the global recession and inflation. Now let's go into the topic of the day. What is credit? Because one day you surely need it. This topic today, a day will surely come and you will can open the door because of you surely okay. You surely request for what? Credit. It is certain. Forget about maybe you are either doing business or you are not doing business. One day you surely need what? Credit. Let me use our example as Agri Investment Limited. When we were to buy this very building, when we were to purchase this very building, we had to write to the bank. And the bank checked all these seals. In fact, at the last point, the account officer had to use himself and said, I know these people very well and they will never want to disappoint. And they checked everything. That was how I got to know that there is an institution in Nigeria called the Credit Bureau. That all your information. In fact, they brought out one. They said we were owing FCMB money. I said, how? They now went to check. I now went to FCMB. They said I should go to FCMB. When I got there, unknown to us, FCMB opened another account as a corporate account for Agri. And that account, because it has been opened, has started accruing debt. Money charges for confirmation of this, VAT, bank charges, loans, and the money was moving up. And the account has actually entered into minus. And that was actually sent into our credit information. And because of that, I said we have to go and clear that first before we can move forward. So you have to be very careful. So credit is simply the availability of money that you can borrow in order to spend on projects and other businesses. Availability of money that you can use for either projects or what other businesses. In Nigeria, you say it's free money. It's not free. It's serious money, real money. It says the ability of a consumer to obtain goods and services before payment, based on the trust that payment will be what? Made. It's like somebody giving you an umbrella without raining, because the person knew that one day you surely what? Need the umbrella. When it's raining, not go in and what? Bring the umbrella. Let's go. Can continue. Let's go. 7-6. Let's go, number 1. Let's go. The first one, it says credit score or credit record. That's the first. There are 7 of these things. The first one says what? Credit scores or credit record. It says a crucial aspect in obtaining a loan is your credit score. Your credit score technically ranging from 300 to 850. There is how they do the calculation, which you are going to receive. It says reflect your history of repaying debt. Some of you know how to get loans without going out of favor. It says a positive credit history showcasing responsible credit use and on-time payment enhances your chance of loan approval. What enhances your loan approval? A positive credit history. What enhances your loan approval? What? Positive credit history. A detailed report of your credit account and payment history, that is talking about credit score and record. Maintaining a favorable credit score and record is paramount when seeking for loan approval. Credit is very, very important. This is a job that somebody will sit and analyze you A to Z. Affecting the terms and interest rates you may qualify for. Let's go. Talk about your credit utilization. Maybe you will be given a loan. You are expected to, for some of us that have credit card, and you are being funded monthly, your utilization will be checked. In Nigeria, it's not too available. There is what is called credit card, whereby you have free money there, and you have to pay back. It's not free, but it's money that you can always spend. You are expected to spend between 1% to 7%. That's out of 10. Not to spend 1 to 9. It's called credit utilization. How did you utilize what was given to you? What credit bureau check is, they are looking back at people who have defaulted and checked for tendencies of defaulters. What went wrong? So, in process of checking you too, they will look at, okay, you are using 1 to 9%. Okay, this person is also a credit risk. Another one is having loans in multiple banks is a sign of financial distress. You see some people, they will go to FarmPay, they will get something there. They go to OPay, they will see something. They run to ActPay, they want to all these informations are kept. One day, you need a bigger for investment or maybe a mortgage, and you'll be checked on. Who is this person? Let's go. Look at how it's been calculated. Payment history, 35%. Payment history has to do with how you pay your bills on time, how your money is being paid. Are you paying monthly? Is it that on the 30th that you ought to pay? On the 30th, instead of paying, you now defer it to 5th of the next month. That's minus. On-time payment. On-time payment. Do you know what? If you are to pay on the 30th and you fail to pay on that day, the system will throw you into minus and interest will be accruing into what you ought to pay. Now you are adding more money to what you. So, don't worry, Daddy, I will pay it when I have it. No. So 35% your history, you are clean if you pay on time. Number 2 says if you have paid late, or how late were you in payments? Maybe paying on time is very, very important. If you have to pay on the 30th, that 30th must not go without you paying. Look for the money and pay. You are keeping a record for yourself for the bigger future. Then number B says amount owed. That's the 30%. How much are you owing? What percentage of the total available credit have you used? That's utilization we have explained. And the 15% of the length of credit history. How long have you been using credit? For some people like us, in the last 13 years, it's been, servicing every loan, every day, every payment. On the date, the accountant must prepare the money and we have to pay. Very, very important. They will check the length, the number of years you'll be what? Making use of the loans, the credit, and repayments. 15%. So here in the credit record, you have this is 80%. 35% for payment history, amount owed 30%, the length of credit history 15%. Let's go. Number D says new credits. That's 10%. How much new credit have you been seeking? You have one running already. You are already running for trying to get another one. As a company, we pay loans. We pay every month. You can decide to go to another bank and seek for another one. In fact, you can go to about 2-3 banks and get more. They will check all this. Now you know that you have about 4 loans running. You can't compare yourself with somebody that has just maybe one or somebody without any. So 10%. Lots of new accounts, signing off. It says that it is a sign of financial distress. Lots of new accounts. You are opening new accounts. You see, in Nigeria, you see some talks. I have heard of somebody that said he is no longer alive and they printed his obituary just because so that they can what? Clear them. Let's go. This is the record. Credit scores and record. Between 300 to 599, very, very bad. If you score between 300 to 599, very bad. 600 to 649, poor. 650 to what? 699, fair. 700 to 750, good. 750 to 799, very good. 800 to 850, excellent. All these records, every information will be analyzed and you have your score. So if you have 500 over 850, then that will determine if you'll be given or not. Let me shock you at that point. We were about 5 trying to get this building. But because the bank came through very early enough, that was how we got this place. So somebody will say, I don't need it. You surely need it. One day you surely what? Need it. Let's go. Number 2, we talked about capacity. That's the second C. Your monthly income. Your capacity. Capacity. is the capacity to repay a loan as reflected in your monthly income. Is a pivotal factor in loan eligibility. Lenders evaluate your income sources to ensure you have the financial means to meet your repayment obligations. Understanding and effectively managing your monthly income is crucial for projecting your and demonstrating your ability to handle loan repayments. A stable and sufficient monthly income is a key indicator of your capacity to take a loan responsibly. So what do you earn? Even as a realtor, you check what you earn. I was discussing with Mr. Fuad on our way coming, and we were talking about building of affordable homes. That those in that category of the low income earners, how are they going to be seeking? How will they be able to build a house or maybe to buy a property for themselves? And what we were able to, we had a long discussion. You know, we were together in the flight. The flight was actually for 4 hours between Istanbul to Doha. So we just tried to engage him. Just let's have a very good. And what we were able to discover was that as a low income earner, you have to seek for alternative. You must not sit on one job. Look for another job so that you can have that to what? To build a house for yourself. For a company to build affordable homes now is no longer easy. The economic situation all over the world, not only in Nigeria. Look for what? Even the government cannot what? Help. So in building your capacity, you need to what? Do extra. You have to do extra. You must be ready to do extra. Someone like me, we came back around 10 a.m. yesterday, and I stayed for about 3 hours. I just went into my class, and I was there till like 1:30 a.m. this morning. That's it. Doing extra. You can look for one online business I've been doing. I've told you of so many businesses you can even. I have somebody very close to me doing e-commerce business, selling stuff online. She will get from China or Turkey, and she will sell. She's not the one. She's not the middle person. Just with her phone and with little training, and that has nothing to do with a normal business. Any extra income. You have to seek for alternatives that will not disturb your primary assignment in building your capacity. Let's go next. Because to be checked, your capacity to repay will be what? Check. If you want to get a loan for a building, and they check, okay, a 2-bedroom in Mowe of 6.5 million naira, and the bank said, okay, they want to give you 4 million naira, and you have to repay. Then they are checking your capacity. And maybe you earn in a month 200,000 naira. How do you pay back? Because there's a percentage in your income that should service your housing loan, which the maximum is 28% of your income. In fact, for your total loans that you should pay out of your income, total should be 41%. Both for housing, for school, for this or that. The while others what? The 59 should what? Remain with you for your personal needs. So in you now building your capacity, you can't build it on one. You have to get extra. And the other businesses you can do. So much. The internet has really helped you. It's a gift to this generation. Let's go. Capacity. Okay, we have the two qualifying ratios. Number one is the front end ratio, which talks about typically Your home mortgage shouldn't be more than 20% of your income, maximum. While the back end ratio talks about 41% maximum. You can read this. Let's go. Capacity. What they check. Your salary, hourly wages, bonuses, commissions, overtime, wages, length of time on job. This is also checked. Now, this is very important. How long have you been working at the same company or in the same industry? Hope it's not that when you are in this industry today, next tomorrow you are in another industry. That has to do with consistency. What is considered stable is between 6 months to 2 years. So that when they give you loan, as a real estate practitioner, in the next 6 months or 3 months, you are not longer in that space. You are in another space, and you be complaining to them that because I left my industry, I can't pay back. So they would have checked where you were coming from. Let's go number 3. Cash reserves or the source of down payment or equity contribution. When securing a loan, having adequate cash reserve is essential. These reserves act as financial safety nets, assuring lenders that you can handle unexpected expenses or temporary income disruptions. Temporary income disruptions. The world was disrupted when COVID came. Nobody saw COVID coming. Everybody stood for like 1 month. That shows that financial disruption can happen anytime to anybody. So they want to see your reserve. Jeku. I know some people, when they get money like this, their body will be shaking. Just try them with one small money, they'll be shaking like And it has nothing to do with where you are living, either you live in Nigeria or in the US or anywhere. When I traveled, myself and Emily went to the US, we met many of our friends. Some of them have been living in that country for 14 years without anything. Anything both home and abroad. I had to call one. Where are you keeping your money? My friends. We go to club every day. I miss you. I can't be with you and still remain like this. So it has nothing to do with your location. You are in Nigeria, you are. Your cash reserve. You will check. What do you have? Says, whether from savings, investment, or other liquid assets, either savings, either one investment somewhere, or one asset. Some of you should have a plot of land somewhere. That one day we will be asking, well, what do you have? Say, I have a plot of land. That can make the difference. A transparent and well-documented down payment source enhances your credibility with lenders, facilitating a smoother loan approval process. Source, cash reserve. There is something reserved. You don't spend everything. Even opportunities will surely come one day. One opportunity will just show up. What do you have? Apart from even you going for loans or maybe for credit, maybe for one important assignment, one traveling opportunity might just show up, one new business opportunity might just pop up somewhere. And it will be asked, what do you have? Cash reserve. Let's go look for. Okay, cash reserve talks about, it says lenders are willing to lend 70 to 80 of the purchase price. Note, under, like, no, now check. If they are giving you 70, 80, that shows that you must look for the 20 or 30%. And you now come out, okay, I don't have anything. They oh, 30 ready. They can't give you the 100%. They want you to be responsible. Equity contribution. Look at the key points. Lenders want to know where the down payment is coming from. It says, have you been saving responsibly for it? Have you been borrowing irresponsibly? It says cash reserve needs to be seasoned and accounted for. A large deposit mysteriously show up in your bank account last week will not work. You just saw a friend. See you. I want to get a loan. Please send me 10 million to my account. 10 million to the account. Bam. They will never count it. One of our guys went for UK visa. And when the guy that analyzed his visa wrote him back, I read the letter, I was just laughing. He said, you claim to be earning 250,000 every month. You can now calculate that in pounds. He said that is just about maybe about 2,000 pounds. And he said, how will you be able to buy the tickets? How will you be able to fund your stay in the UK? And I saw that you are married. How will you be able to fund your family? And we now saw the sum of 5 million naira seated in your account. You couldn't explain where the source of money came from. In fact, I was. So you can't just get a friend and put more money. No. You must build it. It must be what? Organic. You build it over time. Every month you have something stored there. You earn a commission of 1 million naira, you have it there. You are building it, you are building it, you are building it. You are taking from me, you are building, you are building. It's so clear. They can read and express and see that this is genuine, not fake. Let's go. Number 4, collateral. Collateral. Mention this, you must have even a plot of land somewhere as a form of what? Collateral. Typically in the form of property being financed. Collateral plays a pivotal role in loan transactions. It serves as security for the lender, mitigating their risk and influencing your loan terms. Understanding that the property itself acts as collateral is essential while providing security for the loan. It also means that the property is at the risk if loan obligations are not met. Awareness of the role of collateral is crucial in determining the terms and conditions of a loan. If you don't pay back loans, hello? Bank will just come one day and say, yeah. And the funny thing is that they don't like that because most of what they do is they just do, they have so many properties, so they are not much interested in taking over properties. They want you to repay their loan. But if you don't repay, they will take the collateral. They will take it out. And that was why you saw some people going about one time. AMCON, seizing properties. There was a day they came here. They mistakenly, and that day was very funny. They came with about 50 mobile men. With about 20 officers. About 70 of them. They sent everybody to go out. And I said, this property, nobody has ever used this property as a collateral. And luckily, the man that we bought the property from was still alive then. So we put a call through, said, no, it can't be my property. And I went up and I brought the document and I showed them the document. So they were confused. So they had to call their office and maybe they have changed address. You know what happened? Because they have changed, they said they have changed Ikorodu Road numbers just about twice. The poor people that took the loan, you know, Nigerians, they are very funny. The very house that was used for loan, they have demolished the house. Oh. It's just up there. So when they got to that area, they couldn't see anything. They have to just be alarmed. So they have the picture, but the land is not a reflection of picture. So they were not looking for something similar. Banks are not too interested in keeping your property. You want to see that you have a flow. It was a tough day here. I remember that day, our lawyer, I was hearing different grammar, different law terms. You know, when you are in the middle of challenges and you care not about anybody, but consciously in my mind I was listening to people talking about section this, section that, and they too, they were saying their subsection, you know, what's going on here? You know, I don't know about they got guessing, okay? Oh, they fight you. They came with about 50 mobile men. So they came with tough men here. Already people were already moving out their cars. Offices were being locked. And the people downstairs, so when we now got to that, okay, now said, okay. They wrote outside, taking, please, thank you, bad. When we now saw the reality, I said we have to sue them. Yes. You are still in court with them. And they have to pay damages. So for you have to be careful. And you have to be careful. Nigerians are very tricky. They don't want to pay back. Those guys, they took the loan and they demolished the loan. Let's go next. Collateral. Say security pledge for the payment of the loan. If you default on your loan, the lender wants to be able to lay their hands on an asset. The collateral must be of sufficient value, determined by a professional appraiser or an underwriter. Dr. P, all these people must be in place, giving out loan. A professional appraiser to provide the lender with a sense of security. Because I want us to really do more in that aspect. Giving out loans, you know, but we have to be very careful. If the property you are purchasing is not sufficient as a collateral, the value is less than the lenders require. You can cross-collateralize multiple properties. You can what? Cross-collateralize multiple properties. I will never forget when I was still in Papa Jao Moshide, bank came to auction a property just on our streets. About Lagoni, Bagam, they came with so many people. And somebody bought the property very cheap. About time, we were still very young then. Just to get their money and go. Let's go next. They look into your character and personal characteristics. This is very, very important. Your characteristics. Who are you? Lenders often consider an individual's character when assessing loans application. Your reputation, integrity, and reliability can impact your credit worthiness. Personal characteristics such as communication skills and financial responsibility play a role in how lenders perceive you. Demonstrating good character enhances your overall financial credibility and can positively influence your ability to secure loans with favorable terms. Let's go. Look at this. Look at what they check. Also, lenders can look at personal characteristics when evaluating borrowers. Among them are educational level. They don't want to give loans to a dollar. They give you 1 million naira in the space of 1 week, OT law, and they can't retrieve their money back. So you need to check yourself, upgrade yourself, update yourself. They check your what? Educational level. Very, very important. The lecture I'm giving you, this is international, it's a world-class lecture from Harvard. So I am not just here talking. I am telling you based on what what has been assessed and approved. They check your what educational level, career advancement potential, your job stability. That tomorrow you are into another thing. Tomorrow they can't really picture where you stand. You know there are people like that. They can't really say you are this. They are changing like a chameleon. They check stability in the community. Hope you are not a financial risk in your community. You know some people, all the household, they must have loaned them money. And they will go to your environment to ask who is Daniel. Daniel. Onígbèsè ni. Ó máa já pàrọ̀ fúnlọ́wọ́. And they will go there, just unknown to you. They came to Nigeria when Banjo was to get a job in New Jersey. They came to his house in Nigeria, Okokomaiko, to search for him in record. You kind of, the American system, they have an office in Nigeria that you go out to check on individuals. And they said they went to a beer parlor there. All out if everybody. On the one level, another level. Please, who is there? This is back even. This is it. That's who was the no. From there they will know that overall school, they don't know school bao. School. But if in truth and indeed, if you actually attended a school, last school now. And you don't know. You are busy, you are doing guy, and they are checking on you. They are busy searching you. They are determining your destiny. And they go to a community. They look at you, hope you are a normal person. Yes, they do the background check. They look at you, they look at your person, as the community, you are a responsible and responsive citizen. When we were coming back yesterday, they deported about 10 Nigerians. If you look at them, you know that these people are not responsible. Earrings, dread hair, sagging on one women. But 10 of them, they deported them. We saw them live. We saw them, not stories or anything. In fact, when we landed there in Lagos, they kept them somewhere. They were fighting. We'll take you to the deportation camp. Don't worry. So, they will check you out in your community. Dependability and consistency. Hope you are consistent. Not today you are selling lamp, tomorrow you are advertising aeroplane. Next tomorrow you are talking about drugs. Next week is about insurance. I remember one marketer one day One marketer came to meet me one day. I was advertising a helicopter. I said, what? What do I want? Do I want to start a helicopter company? What do I do? I'm not interested. He said, you can buy it. I'm using it to go to site. I like to Go and sell land. You are selling land. Stay with your land and houses. So they look at your savings, your spendings, and borrowing habits. Your savings, spendings, and what? Borrowing habits. Some people are chronic borrowers. They can even borrow your destiny. You say, please borrow me. That's your destiny. Just quickly give me. Let me use it for some time. You know, they will, it's true. Even among the marketers, I know of some people who have borrowed money from almost all the marketers. Chronic borrower. Yes. I told one day that go to my 12 and be hustling there. Bible talks about lazy people. Say, lazy man. Say, a little sleep, a little slumber, a little fall down. So that forward, go out and work. There was the time we had nothing. We were busy working. Busy working. I once worked in Ladipo Market. Ladipo Market. Yes, I worked there. I worked there. So forget about what was they check all this, your personal character. They look into your dress and your mannerism. Kindly note, lenders cannot discriminate on your age, your race, your religion, your sex, marital status, or disabilities. You don't have business with all that. But they check your what? Dress mannerism, your dependability and consistency, your savings, spendings, and borrowing habits. They look at you, your stability in your community. That community is very important. Hope you are a responsible person in your community. And these are what you need to check. You must have a department to check the person very well, A to Z. Don't leave any stone unturned. Have your KPIs that, okay, this person, you have checked all what you need to tick must be ticked before anything is what? Given out. Your job stability, career, and advancement. Let's go. This is competency and experience. This is number 6 out of the 7. Competency and experience are valuable assets when seeking loans. Experience really counts. Particularly in real estate, lenders look for individuals with the knowledge and skills to navigate complex real estate transactions. Somebody is coming to meet you for 5 million or 10 million. You ask, have you ever done a business of 1 million before? Have you managed 1 million before? Before you are asking for 5 million. Someone that cannot manage 1 million can never manage 5 million. Experience really counts. A track record of successful deals and a demonstrated ability to handle challenges instill confidence in lenders. Competency and experience contribute significantly to your credibility in the eyes of the lender, influencing your chances of securing loans and favorable loan terms. Experience. Let's go. Look at it. Lenders want to know that you know what you are doing. You are not a rookie. You have experience. And that's why it's good to even start now. All what we have been taught today, you can start now. So in the next 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years, when the opportunity comes, you have built yourself in getting in taking up the opportunity. This is like having a job in the industry helps overcome help the direct experience gap. You are in this industry and you are working there, you have the experience. Experience really counts. Join industry trade associations and pursue certifications in what you are doing. Start your investment career with a relatively small, safe investment. You want to start a real estate company, you can start with the rentals. You can start with sales of small and you grow big. You start small and what? Grow big. Not that you just want to climb the ladder from the top. Always have a clear and detailed business plan. Show the lender you have done your homework thoroughly. That you understand the subjects that we are talking about. That you understand, you know it very well. Really count. I remember when we started Adview, there was no money. But because of experience, somebody came with 10 million naira. Said for you to have been able to manage this for 2-3 years, you should be able to manage this. Let's test you with this. Hello? At a particular time in your life, opportunity will surely show up. Experience, competency will surely set you apart. There might even be grants, apart from loans, grants. One big man can say, okay, I want to give you out 5 million naira to 20 people. Yeah, come and talk about your business. You must have a clear-cut business plan. Very, very important. After this class, I want you to go back and read. Final one, talk about compensating factors. There are additional elements considered by lenders when evaluating loans applications, especially when there are weaknesses or challenges in other aspects. These factors can help offset potential risk. They might have checked out the 6 and they want to see that is there anything that is left. You're not going to this compensating factor. Okay? This factor can help offset potential risk and contribute to a more favorable loan approval. For example, a stable employment history, a high level of education. These are good factors. For some people that will be employing, we must go back to where they once worked and check their records. In fact, a department should be set up just to be evaluating and checking. Underwriting and analyzing anybody coming into the system or anybody taking anything out from the system. Education or a significant amount of cash reserve could be compensating factor. These elements provide lenders with the reassurance regarding your ability to handle loan responsibilities. I was listening to this lady, this comedian, this Ellie, yeah. And she spoke about her educational qualification, opportunities. When they called her, the big men in Lagos called her, and she was able to prove her skill. And she asked that, I've not been paid for 2 years, but said pay her. And from there, she bought 1 acre of land. And that 1 acre of land today, she is using it for what? Her school. Build yourself, please. Because somebody will surely come. He just called her. He said, that lady speaking. And she had been talking in the radio for 2 years, more than 2 years, without being paid. But one day they called her and she appeared. And she requested for all her entitlements. And when the entitlement came, she judiciously used the money. And at the point she requested for loan from the pastor's wife, and the loan was granted. Because she wanted to buy a house in Atlanta for 60,000 USD. And she had about 50,000 or 45. And she needed 15K plus. Because already she has already carried herself with 45K. Somebody could what? Support. But when you don't have 10K, and you are looking at and you are calling the CEO, so Badusha. So these are calls that we receive almost all the time. Let's go. This element provide This element provide lenders with reassurance regarding your ability to handle loan responsibilities and mitigate concerns you might have about other aspects of your financial profile. Understanding and highlighting compensating factor can be instrumental in securing loan approvals and more favorable terms. Let's go. So you can read all this. You can read. Now let's go with this. I wrote this out. Said, good debt is a debt that is secured by an asset that is related to you growing your wealth. You are getting debt for properties, is a good one. We have both good and bad. Mm-hmm. When I now be say, we have been taught how to get loan. Let me go and be seeking for one. So let me balance it. Credit card is not good debt. If you are carrying credit card, it is not a good debt. It is unsecured and short-term debt. Because you see the money there. Just the way we travel, you just be entering POS and you know, when you use it for a property, that property will keep appreciating. As you are repaying the loan, the property is what? Appreciating. Look at this property, for example. If you loan about 3 years plus, we are paying. And the property too is what? Appreciating in value. Appreciating in value. In fact, from other sources of income like the MAST, the NLPC, the Mainland FM, we can prepay our loans without any issue. Without that. So we have good debt, we have bad. So when you are get good ones, sustainable and profitable debt. All right, capital and capital and opportunity. Look at this. Said capital and opportunities will seek you out. One, the opportunity will surely show up, and it will be seeking capital from you. It will surely seek you out. The larger your cash balance is, the less likely a storm will capsize your investment plans. There was a day I said, funds, having money, maybe in bank, cash, is what? It's oxygen. That money you have, keep it well. Because one day, one good opportunity will just show up and you'll be able to what? To use it well. Before you jump into that, the use of 7 C's of credibility. Strengthen each of the 7 C's in you. Strengthen it. Because capital and opportunities will seek you out. So you can start now. You can what? And these are what we have learned very early in life. And that was why when we started our youth, I think years ago, we said we're not going to hold anybody. As a company, we started paying commission the day you bring in your payment. We started in this industry. I remember we were getting commission at the end of the month. Like today is 13th. If you bring in, you get it on the 31st of November. At the point, it was even going to 40 days, 2 months. And I said, let's close the gap. And I said, in this act view, we'll be paying commission same day. And it has helped. It has helped both home and abroad. Helped the marketers in getting their payments on time. Helped in paying vendors. We don't owe anybody working in any of their estates. And help contractors, help partners, like those we are buying land from. We are paying them. And that's why we could what? Allocate. If you don't buy, you cannot allocate. If you don't pay, you cannot allocate. When you go close to that land, they will strike you. So it's very important. So you can start now working on yourself. People like us are a bit lucky because we started business very early in life, at least at age 10. So it runs in the blood. And one of the what my mom used to say is that transparency is very important to set you apart. Look at this all these messages that people used to send to my phones, talking about people. They said, look at this. And these are records. Because it will be your record, credit review for about 7 to 10 years. Look at this. Then this is to inform the general public that so with the phone number has proven to be a ruthless, chronic, and unremorseful debtor who goes about collecting money from different loan companies and has turned with their money, thereby avoiding several attempts to reach. The public is hereby advised to distance themselves from her as she is a financial liability and has proven to be a credit risk. Ask yourself, hope you are not a credit risk. Number 2, look at this one. Dash is a chronic debtor who borrows money and is cunningly avoiding repayment despite several calls and messages passed across. Do not trust such person with funds as he is a financial liability. Jesus. And has proven to be a credit risk. Hope you are not a financial liability. You can last. I receive this almost every time. Please be very careful. I discovered that you don't need 2 things in this world to exist. Just 2. Others are secondary. Others are what? Just get a very small house to live in. Your house is your house, anywhere. And have what? The second one is just have a source of income that you can feed on. That's all. So you don't need to be a financial risk with anybody or a credit risk to any organization. Though our government they've actually they've done so bad to this nation. You can confirm from those who travel with, they will confirm to you that we should be appreciating ourselves for being in Nigeria. Because we are really trying. We are what? Trying. We are really trying. Now, I want to do the short one. I've forgotten. I want to guys want to speak. And I'll probably remind you, are still very young. You want to watch? Okay. Next thing is that we usually do like a 5 minutes, 45 minutes, a recap. Go back. I will post, and that's how people learn. Just a recap. So the people from Akpe, this is for you to check anybody coming to visit you. I know you know all this, so you should not. You don't know.
Thank you very much. I can confirm to you authoritatively that this is a world-class presentation, and I think you deserve a round of applause for that. My master's degree, the project I worked on was credit analysis and management. I never came across this, and I had the MS in it. So if you are telling me something and it's not a master class, and it's more than a master class, you can imagine how much I will appreciate it. So it's all about the two things is very important, and I'm very glad that you are bringing this to our notice, and it didn't exclude us to say that we should know, then we should not participate. Because we are participating, we are very thankful for that. The first one I did not know that I know, but I don't count it to be very important until this presentation is the credit score. And the reason why I don't count it is that in most cases in Nigeria, it's used in mortgage bank where I have opportunity to work with position remedy. So, but the credit rating in Nigeria is not that important like point blood. So even me, I overlook it. But going through this presentation today, and I see that it becomes the backbone of every credit. Because you must have a good credit score for you to be able to have all of that. That's number one. The other one is the competency. The competency and the other we used to call, I personally classify it as condition. I love the but with this explanation now, expanding them to competency and and the experience. So I'm talking about the C now. Let me leave the other aspect. The other one are extension. The C itself, the competency, I'm able to prove that this is what we do. My advice for people is this: you have set it up. Credit is very essential for every one of us. But don't say because you have opportunity to go for it. You need to prepare yourself for it. You need to also have credit to help you to grow in life. That's why some people tell you that they have credit now. But they know how to use their credit. Don't borrow for consumption. Don't borrow to buy clothes. Christmas is coming. Those are washing assets. But you can borrow to start a small business like the CEO said. It's going to be multiplying. If you don't have the capacity, you can also talk to experts that, please, I want to do this, put me through. Don't just think that you know it all. Don't be your own accountant. Some people, when they want to pay, like I said, and that's why I said that credit rating is very important to business. They have money to pay today. Another opportunity will come out today. Today is your last day of pay. Decide to pay. You want to be your own banker. And you are also killing your own credit. You also killing your own credit record, which will affect your credit score. So anyway, I don't have anything to add to what I have said, other than to thank you and to appreciate you. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So I hope you have learned something today. Now let me quickly go. So start this 1, 2, 3, go. This is talking about how to prepare yourself to be a good credit risk, because lenders are making good credit decisions. Now, what is credit? It's simply the availability of money that you can borrow in order to spend on projects and businesses. Also, the ability of the customer to obtain goods or services before payment, based on trust that payment will surely be what? Made. Just like you being given an umbrella before it starts raining, already you have the umbrella. Anytime you want to go out, you have it. You can use it to cover yourself, even during the sunny period or during the rainy season. Let's go. Let's go. 7 C's. 7 C's of criteria of credibility.
Number one, credit scores and credit records. What is credit scores and credit records? These are the records from credit bureau that captures all your information, all the scores, all your records from even they will check from your secondary school days, your primary school days, your university days. You have all the records. As long as it's your name, they go to all the banks to check you out. You'll be checked, you'll be seen. Number two, talk about capacity. That's your monthly income. You need to build your capacity. You must have a very strong capacity. I mentioned about you having extra source of income. Don't depend on one. You can do two, you can do three. With your phone, you can be doing other business, legit business, and build your capacity. Because it's very important to be checked on you. And that's why most of you cannot access loans is because of what? You don't have the capacity even to pay back. Number three, cash reserves and source of down payment. Reserves. Having extra. Apart from what you earn, you can save. I mentioned about 28% of your income should be able to pay your housing loan. And 41% of your total income must be able to pay all your loans. 59% is not left for you for feeding, for transportation, and also for savings. So if you have worked and you can't get to that level, you must add extra what? Income. Number four, collateral. You must have a collateral. You must have a plot of land somewhere to show to banks that yes, you have something, a collateral. And even if you are going to get a loan in the bank, the property will be used, as a collateral. A collateral. Number five, character and personal characteristics. They will check you out. The way you dress, your character, they will go to your environment, your community to check you. They will go to your church, your mosque, they will check into your bank, your character, the way you behave in your community. Hope you are not a financial risk to the nation, to the country. And that's why to get visas to other countries, they will screen you. They will search for your bank statements, check your company, this or that. They have called me several times from embassies. Oh, do you know this person? Who is the person to you? Oh, is that? Say yes. And there was the guy said, no, I don't know the person. Yes. While in Turkey, the bank called me that somebody used AdView as what's it called? Reference. I said, I don't know the company, please. Decline. Yes, your character is very important. Competency and experience. Build yourself in your industry. Have the knowledge. Even the Bible says, my people perish because they lack knowledge. The knowledge of your business, go for it. Go to school, learn more. Get more certifications. Get more, just add more knowledge. In a year, do something. Now I'm preparing for my second semester exam coming up in December. It's fire for fire. You must read. There's no two way to international school. It's either you read or you don't, or you fail. So competency, you must know what you are doing. You must understand it and do it well. The last one is compensating factors. These are other factors that they check. They check you out. They look at, okay, you have never been involved in any societal, fraud or maybe so many factors. Just look into it and they make sure that you are okay. You are good for the loan. So all these things are very important, and that's why, because opportunity will surely show up one day. And when opportunity shows up, opportunity will ask for capacity. And when there's no capacity, it's contradictory. But when opportunity shows up and there's capacity, it forms alliance. And the next stage is what? big deal, big businesses, money, opportunities, good deals. So my advice is that we must always build our credit records, credit scores, we must build our competence, we must balance ourselves and make sure that we are not a financial risk to the nation, to our society, to ourselves, to our family, to our community. We are able, to get that loan. And also, there are two types of loans. We have both bad debt and what? Good debt. When you have your MasterCard and you are spending, like he said, Christmas is coming, and you now get 200,000 loan, that's very bad. You don't have to impress anybody. Watch what you have and go out. But when you get a loan for a property, as you are repaying the loan, the property is also appreciating. In fact, if you buy a property with a loan, you can rent out and be using the rental income to repay. I'm giving you the example of our building, our new house. So we must balance it, which is very, very important. Thank you.